Держу.
Я простанил весь проход.
Отлично.
Еще вот
Правильно к вам. Дальше еще можем продать?
Нет, не надо. Не идем.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this stream live podcast from the Nilfgaard Guild. Right now, we're gonna be introducing to you an English-speaking man in this guild, a party leader, Haamu. Say hello.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, and actually me, you would ask, like, who the hell are you, bro? I'm one of the streamers, of the Nilfgaard streamers. I stream for the guild, I stream for myself. My in-game name is Cutlet. Maybe you met me in-game someday in the heart of the forests. I'm living there. I was living there at this beta. But yeah, nevertheless, let's get on. Let's get on with this introduction. So, I think this is the first, if I'm not mistaken, English-speaking podcast in this series of pre-release podcasts with the party leaders. So yeah, let's start the questions. And before we get to official ones, I have my own personal question, Haamu. Do you remember? Yeah, do you remember how we first met up in the game?
Yeah, that was actually in Heart of the Forest, and I killed you.
Yes, you did. You did. But I handicap. I didn't fight you back. Because I was trying to say to you that I'm a friendly one. I was just not in the tag at that time.
Yeah, but you were speaking Russian. In my defense, I don't really speak that much Russian. Давай.
Давай. Rush B, сука, блядь. Right, that was maybe not too funny. All right, so to start the introduction of you to our dear viewers, let's get the basic questions now. Let's talk a bit about your experience in MMOs. Which projects were you involved before you got into the Albion Online?
Well, I've been a gamer for many years, and my first MMO experience comes from RuneScape, actually. And I played that game for several years and capped out on many skills. I was max combat, and I was a player moderator. I was a co-leader of a guild called the Dynasty in it. I was very active in that game and made some sort of a name for myself, at least. I would like to think so.
Right. So yeah, a lot of my friends were talking about the RuneScape. All right, give me a second. Everyone is telling me I'm too loud and you're too quiet. I'll just move myself a bit lower. Can you try to boost up your mic a bit?
Hold on. Is that any better?
Yeah, that is better. The software tells me our voices are in line right now.
Wake up.
Okay, awesome.
Right. So
Wake up.
come on, guys, stop poking me. That is insane. I asked you not to poke me while I'm streaming. Stop doing that. Right. So.
But yeah, after we were talking about MMOs, I've also played World of Warcraft for several years, and even this year I've played it a little bit.
The Legion.
Yeah, I've played all the expansions.
Hey, wake up.
Some not so hardcore and some more hardcore.
Right. Give me a second. They're just freaking me out. I think they're just trolling me. Just give me a second. Sorry, guys. That is unacceptable behavior from my guildmates.
What would Albion be without a little bit of trolling, huh?
Yeah, the trolling. I totally forgot how to mute the sounds in the TeamSpeak. Whatever. Never mind. All right. So, how long are you gaming? Like, you told me like you're long into gaming. How long?
Well, I started with a 8-bit Nintendo originally around when I was 4 years old. So I'm just turning 30 this year, so that would make 26 years of gaming, basically.
Yeah. That's close that's close to me too, because I started at like 4 years of when I was 4 years. My first games came up. Yeah, and I'm turning. I turned 32. So yeah, that's funny.
Yep. The good old modem days, also from the internet.
Yeah,
56K.
exactly. Yeah. So up next about your Albion experience. How did you start playing Albion? Actually, when and how?
Well, I was just randomly going around YouTube as usual and came across some videos of Albion. This was just before Beta 1 release. I fell in love with the game style instantly, having been a long time RuneScape player. So the art style, the full PvP, all that seemed very nice. So I went ahead and bought the legendary pack, and a few days later I was playing the beta.
Yeah, that's funny actually. It's the same reasons that grabbed my attention too. Because I didn't play RuneScape. My friends did, but like I remember the Ultima Online, my experience, then EVE Online, and yeah, that's what grabbed me because more hardcore. It's cool. Okay, so then we come to your party, and how to tell us like the story of it creation, how did it form, and what the guys you played with or playing right now. Have you been with them in any like relationship before the Albion Online, like from the other projects, or are they like totally you met them only here in Albion?
Well, I came into Albion with a few friends whom have later on quit, or they're just very casual, so they're not really playing with my party anymore. But my party was originally created, like, let's say 1 month after beta, after the original core of Finstack quit. So we were left to run a guild. We were a bunch of newbies back then, didn't know what the fuck we're doing. but somehow we managed to pull it together and became pretty known back in Beta 1.
What was that the point you like already met Nilfgaard?
Well, I came in
Or
contact
guys
with
from the
Nilfgaard.
guys from the Nilfgaard? Like,
Well, like the guys in my party currently, like PPX and Nervontuxis, has been there since the Finstack days, and then later on in beta, there was people joining like Wandir and Greta and Greta's brother, and casually we grew into a tight knit little group, and since then we've been playing together. In Beta 1, we were also like sort of like a party also inside Chicken Kiss. And after Beta 1 was over, I got offered from Storm that we should join Nilfgaard, and here we are.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Right, so we're coming closer to the release of the game. We have like few days left for legendary packs, and actually the question is about the release. So, what's your main goals for your party? What do you set as your main goals for the release? What are your plans? How will you like make your first push into the game? I know most like hardcore guilds and players tend to like overcome any obstacles and like give the game all they got in these like few days or few first week. They just don't sleep and everything else. How will it go with you guys?
Well, our main focus is to have fun, first of all, and just gather hardcore. For example, I have 2 weeks off from work, so I'll be online pretty much as long as I drop. And our goal is to just help out the guild as much as we can and have fun along the way.
So you will focus like on gathering at these first days, right? So to boost the economy.
Yeah, our main focus has always been gathering. Back in Beta 1 days, we were nicknamed Gather Stack for a certain reason. We were notoriously known for clearing out whole zones as a little group.
Okay. Once again, I asked my guildmates not to post me questions for Haamu in poking me in TeamSpeak, please. That might annoy our viewers. But still, I mean, I'll just jump off the question list I got for you. I cannot, because this guy is really, really like, really wants to hear an answer from you, and he asks you. I won't tell his nickname, but he asks, "What's with the mustache, man?"
You don't like my mustache? Don't be a hater, bro. Come on. It goes well together with my dreads. Look, come on. Don't be a hater.
He says you're savage. Yeah. All right. Next one. Let's get on with our standard list of questions. Then we'll get to the viewers' questions. Are you taking any new members in your party? If so, what are the requirements for the applicant? Is it like difficult to join you? What is the main criteria for the person, and what are the main like symptoms of the illness that will drag him into your party?
Well, it's hard, sort of, to get into our party since most of us just know each other, and the people that have later on joined know somebody from the party. We've had some random recruits, sort of speak, before, but they've not lasted that much long, really. We kind of like how do you say? We're such a tight knit group that we're always doing everything together and sharing everything in my party. So whatever we gather, it's going into the shared box and it's for everyone. So some people just don't like that system. So
yeah, don't understand. Well, from like I'm not it's about you, not about me, this podcast. But from my side, I would say that when I was party leader in other games, that was actually what I did. We had a tight party, and everything was shared. And I tend to think myself that it's a very good experience between players, like combining them into one echo system that works as a whole, and that is a really good experience for a lot of players. So yeah, that's actually a good thing. But you do not say you're not recruiting, right?
Excuse me?
You do not say you are not recruiting. It's just hard to get into your party.
Yeah, it's sort of hard, yeah, like, because we don't really have any open
Mm-hmm.
recruitments, so you have to have kind of some contact,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so you have a chance to join us.
Okay, guys.
But later on, I will
Uh-huh.
I will consider later on opening the recruitments, but the criteria will be pretty harsh,
Right. So
and
if
gathering will be a big thing.
so if yours pay me some money, I might be their contact to you. Okay. Good. Good. You heard that, guys. Right. How many people do you have at the moment right now in your party? And yeah, well, you just said you're not willing to grow much, but still, yeah. How many people you got?
Well, currently we'll be rolling with 15. It looks
15.
like there's
Mm-hmm.
15 people on my roster, yes, and there's a few individuals that are still uncertain, but it won't be over 20.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure.
There are 5 places in Haamu's party. Make a queue, guys. Right. Okay, so the next one is about the. Well, you partially said that you have this like free for all chest. You work as a whole. You drop everything in one chest. But if there's something more, maybe you can tell us about the distribution or how things work in your party. What duties do take different members, or anything else that could be interesting to our viewers?
Well, that's basically just the system we roll with. We organize the resources, then we craft it for the people, and usually we take care that our members have, let's say, around 4 to 5 sets extra in their stash, always ready to gear up if they lose it.
Do you have
And
any dedicated like craft? I mean, like a main character, not of course not the alt character, not Wings, but like people who got their main specialization like in gathering, and then those who are like fighters, PvPers, or you just do everything, like you just do everything with all the people you got?
well, everybody gathers in the party. That there's no exceptions to that. And when we do PvE, we usually go as the whole party, and when we're gathering, everybody's gathering. We hardly roll as solos to do anything.
Okay, okay, understood. Right. Any funny stories about your party? Something maybe that comes into your mind that.
Let's see. I wrote something down here.
All right.
1 second. Yeah, well, I think it's funny enough that we got the nickname Gatherstack in Beta 1. Not by ourselves, but we were actually named Gatherstack for a while. Because we were notoriously known for going into the zone and picking everything dry.
Yeah, that's fine. It's like I remember myself going into the Outlands while not being in Nilfgaard, and like going to the heart of the forest or anywhere near it, and just picking everything out that I could with my friends. Yeah, but then I joined you guys, and it's kind of stuff fun.
Also, probably a pretty funny time in Beta 1 was when we were in a big war and we managed to take the Dreadlord's base from. It was 35 defense bonus at that time. and we managed to somehow win that fight. And the amount of salt after that was really big.
Enormous. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. By the way, any just maybe it would be close to the last question. Any any moments that you like, remember in from Albion that that you like and you will remember forever and that you like a lot, any like one single moment that your best moment in
One
Albion.
single moment, single best moment was one when I hit 8.6 gear.
Okay. Okay, that's just because I know lots of people say like, oh, when I've hit my first direwolf pop or anything else, you hit the gear, right?
Last beta, talking about direwolf, I don't know, was my account bugged or something? But
I
got
remember
a
that.
direwolf, like
I remember
I got
that.
like 15 direwolves.
I remember that day when I logged in and we were standing both near the chests of the heart of the forest at the siege camp, and you just traded me, and you showed me 4 or 3 direwolf babies, cubs, and then I was asking like, what the hell? And you said I managed to hit them in like 1.5 hours, and there was like and there was a 40 minutes of downtime in that 1.5 hours. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, you was lucky with the dire cubs. Anything you're like proud of? Anything you're really proud of your party did or yourself?
No, I'm just proud that we've made it together this far. Like we've managed to stay the same, mostly the same tight knit group that we still are, and enjoy playing with each other, and that's something to be proud of, I think.
Yeah, the good part is the thing to be proud of. That's true when you have like the
I've made great friends during the way.
Yeah, when you
I can be very proud of that.
When you have the understanding in your party, there is no conflict, and that's really a thing to be proud of. That's true enough. Any from that guys you would like to highlight?
Well, as I said earlier, PX and Nilfgaard, they've been there since day one, basically, and
yeah, the guy was asking the guy that
later on.
The guy that asks about your mustache, by the way, it's him. Right.
Oh, he's just jealous of my mustache.
Of course he is. I know everyone is jealous. Right. Anything about yourself, like what's your in real life besides the hobby that you have a nice mustache? Any other hobbies? What you do besides playing Elden Online, something like that?
Well, I live in Finland, so you either love or hate the snow. In my case, I happen to love it, and I'm a snowboarder for 17 years now.
Nice.
And I try to do it every year that we get the snow, and last year I went snowboarding probably like 30 times. So.
Jesus, I love snowboarding. Too bad we don't have any good mountains, so each time I need to go snowboarding, I have to actually go somewhere to Europe. And,
yeah, well, the slopes here in the southern Finland aren't that big, but well, at least we have some.
Yeah, you can have like snow parks there at those slopes anyway.
Yeah, and apart from snowboarding, I'm a big car guy.
Car guy? Sorry?
Yeah. I'm a BMW enthusiast. I own a 1994 540i.
Oh,
which nice. I lost my license with.
Yeah, now I know why you lost your license. We talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
Speeding?
The police say it was a bit too fast.
Yeah. How much was that?
I was doing 146 in a 100 area, so 7 weeks without license. Life sucks.
Yeah, that's true enough. Right.
Well, I learned from it. Fucking have to pay that fine now. Not fun.
How much is that in Finland?
It was 304 euros for me. It wasn't not that much, but
yeah,
I can't get to work now because I don't have my license, so I'm gonna lose a month of pay. So.
Oh.
Well, at least I get the time for Albion.
That might be not the coincidence. I mean, Maybe you lost it to get the good start at Albion.
Yeah, maybe consciously I thought about it, and it happened just like that. So I get the weeks off for Albion now.
That's nice. Most okay, not most top 3 guilds in the last test. Your opinion?
Well, it's hard to say. Like EOS seemed to do very nicely at last tests.
EOS wins.
I think EOS are great guys. They're hella funny and like they're fun to be around, really. Well, obviously Red Army did pretty good last test as well. They were giving us a pretty hard time.
Nilfgaard.
And hey, dude, obviously Nilfgaard, but like.
Okay, besides,
wouldn't it be cheesy to say, "Oh, Nilfgaard, number
top one guild"?
Yeah.
And the third one?
I got a huge shout out to Zorn for last beta. They did a hell of a job.
Yeah,
they poked the bear and survived. You know, that's respectable.
And they were near us, so we can watch them a bit.
Yep.
Right.
Had fun time fighting them.
More of a question, like a dreaming question. Anything you're looking for Albion to improve at? Like any, what content would you like to see in the game?
I think there should be more bigger PvE raids than just the one. Currently, I think it kind of lacks endgame content apart from the GVG. And the PvE content usually ends up being pretty easy after all.
Yeah, or restricted to high guilds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And what's the thing you maybe not like in the Albion right now?
Their marketing.
Their marketing? You mean like a company marketing, yeah, right?
Yeah, like for example, what they did with the founder and starter thing. That was that really felt like a bait and switch. But at least they compensated with giving the founders the starter pack. Also, and some extra gold, but still, like they could have thought about it a little bit beforehand.
Yeah, a bit earlier. Yeah, because I read a lot of like personally, I don't care like at all because I wasn't following the game hardly from like from the first alpha because I'm pretty new here. I'm playing only from the last beta, so I do not really care. But I read a lot of like whining and people were pissed with that. That is absolutely. At least they're not planning to enter some donation shop at the start, so it's a good idea. Like our Russian guys and developers like to do so. At least that is good. Right. So some other questions I would like to ask before we get to viewers' questions. Are you did you have any meetings in real life with your party, or are you planning to do any?
No, we haven't had any real life meetings. It's basically only 3 Finns right now in the party, so. And PPX lives in the middle of nowhere, so.
Middle of nowhere.
Yeah, he lives, I don't know, somewhere behind God's back,
Yeah, that's a nice country, somewhere. Right. There is a strange question. If everything goes wrong with the Albion, do you have any idea what might interest you besides Albion in the MMO industry?
Well, I've been playing a little bit of Guild Wars 2 and been having a bunch of fun with that. The PvP system there is well balanced and easy to catch. Yeah, and well, I don't really have any games in mind that I would replace with. But we'll see what happens with Albion now, and
yeah, we hope it lives a good life.
Yeah,
to be honest,
let's hope.
I'm really waiting. I mean, everyone is waiting. I only can imagine how people who survived all the alphas and betas
Yeah.
how they're looking forward to the release. Even me, who only passed one beta.
The hype is real.
The hype is real. The hype is here. We have even one anti-hype party, which is called anti-hype, to chill off the hype for the Albion. Right. Who do you miss from your party who left? Or you would like to be here and he left, he or she? None of them.
None. Everyone's left for a good reason. Got kicked. No, but there were some cool guys from Beta 1 that aren't playing anymore, like Fire Tribe and Saint Makari back from the day. Haven't seen them for a long time now. Would be awesome if they would come back to play with us, but I've been talking to them, and then they say that they're not really that interested in Albion anymore, so what can you do?
Okay.
They're playing other games.
Yeah, that's nothing you can do. You never have to hold anyone like by yourself. If the guy wants to leave, it's his own choice. Any prognosis on top 5 at start? Top 5 guilds.
Well, of course, Nilfgaard's going to give a good go at the top spots. I believe Red Army's going to go pretty ham. EOS most likely going to do well. I don't know about Chicken Kids, but I really hope they do well. They're very cool guys, so I wish them all the best of luck.
Okay.
And I don't know what's going on with. Got a little bit of a ban.
Right. So, open world or GVG?
Open world.
Good. There is a question like from the guys in chat. What class should I start?
What class?
Yeah, that's the. I know how this question sounds. I mean,
that is a bit of a broad question, you know.
Yeah, exactly. But I need to ask that because that is the most strange question in Albion Online. I would understand this in World of Warcraft, in many other games, but yeah. How should I start?
Well, if you want something easy to roll with, maybe if you're a solo player, for example, you might want to go for a medium melee build with something like a great axe or one-handed sword and a shield or something similar to that, or maybe a medium bow build. Those are pretty easy to play with.
Okay. Right. So I've got the list of questions. Okay, then another question from your party that I got in a TeamSpeak. Would Haamu consider renaming the party to Mustache Squad?
Wouldn't that be a little bit like Nilfgaard from Beta 2?
Okay. You will discuss it with them. I'm sure about that.
We'll have a meeting about it for sure.
Yep. Okay. The question from Batezu Entertainment. How do you drink vodka with bears?
No, I actually drink Coca-Cola with ice.
Okay. Philip Lopez. How do you think Echo of Silence will do on release? Are they the strongest Zerg guild?
They're going to do well as usual. They've always done well, and everyone knows that their open world is very strong.
Do you consider them to be a Zerg guild?
They're definitely going to be a big factor in the world.
Do you consider them to be a Zerg guild?
Not really. Like all guilds over 50 members are Zerg guilds, if you want to think about it like that.
Yeah, I guess for me it's very hard to adopt to Albion's namings, because I was really surprised first time I went into the Albion that GVG, so like guild versus guild, is only 5 versus 5, and then Zerg versus Zerg is only 20 versus 20. So yeah, because I'm used to saying from other MMOs when it goes Zerg versus Zerg, then it's like 200 versus 200 at least. So yeah.
Well, we've seen those fights in Beta 1, though. The huge Zergs.
Yeah, and I think there was a pretty big Zerg at the end of Beta 2 at the castle sieges when everything was lagging like hell. Corey Tenuko, question to Haamu. How long did it take to grow the mustache?
Well, if I would shave it off right now, it would be back in about 1.5 weeks.
Yeah. Right. What's your feelings about? I guess that the question from him also, or it's just no name here. Haamu, what are your feelings about playing with Russian-speaking people? Is it hard for them, and do they have plans? Is it hard for you, and do you have plans to learn Russian?
No, I don't have any plans to learn Russian, and being a Finn, we've always had to deal with Russians, so I get along with Russians fine. There's just a slight language barrier now and then, but it's usually worked out fine.
Yeah, I remember my experience from EVE Online, where the communities were mixed, and there was always some switches between Russian and English speaking, like with European players, and I usually worked as a translator there because there was a lot of Russian command that didn't understand English at all. Right, Ian Mandel, whom are you elling with at lunch of the game? But I guess that is a secret question.
Yeah, you can go ask Stormshooter that.
Yeah, and it was asked in the previous podcasts, and I'm not even asking you to answer that because I'm not even sure you know that. I don't know that myself, and that is the question we would not answer here right now. Right, so guys, please more questions if you like. We still have time because we're running out of questions, to be honest. Karen Noss, Haamu, you smoke weed?
Yes, I do, every day. I'm pretty high as we speak.
Right. Here we go. King Mojo. Can you ask Haamu if he's still in hospital? I see he's not in hospital, judging from the webcam.
Oh, that's just a fucking old meme from Beta 1. I don't know why they still keep it going.
All right. What curse words do you know in Russian? Asks Cisco Sis.
The only thing I would know how to say is suka, блядь, иди нахуй.
Nice. I would teach you some more. Okay. What do you want to say for people who want to join your party? How they can interest you? Yeah, it's just a question. Getting back to the first questions, if they understand the recruitment is very limited, but you have still some spots. Maybe besides get good, any like more words? Because get good is like it's a good motivation.
Yeah.
What skills? Okay, what skills are you looking for if you're going in? It's not maybe skills not about the game. Maybe skills about the communication skills between the like a person or skills maybe self. I don't know how to say it. Giving all you got to the game. How much hours person has to spend in game. He has to like gather a lot, or he has to have like outrageous PvP skills or anything like that.
No, we don't require any outrageous skills from people. I don't consider myself outrageously good. I'm just very active. Um, we, on average, like, let's say, at least 4 or 5 hours a day. That's like the minimum we usually clock in. I clock in a lot more hours than that. So I would probably say I average around 12 hours a day myself.
Yeah, that's a must for the start, especially. Yeah, so guys, you heard that. You heard that you have to get good, you have to spend a lot of time in game, you have to be communicative, you have to understand you're going into tight party with like with a very, very, very solid mindset, and you're just not there to slack. If that all is good, you might contact and try to get in, but no promises, especially from me. I'm not the party leader there. Um, how many GVG packs are you planning or release, if you're planning any?
Well, we have one GBG team currently in our group, and we're going to work with that. We're going to have some flexibility in the team, of course, so we're going to run with around 7 people, and depending on the GBG and who can make it, we'll figure it out what team we'll be running with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
well, the team is around 7 people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. How many months? That is a strange question, I guess, but still, how many months are you going? Are you planning to play on the release?
It depends on how the Albion picks up.
Yeah,
If the
exactly.
game dies, I'm not going to play. If the
Peop-
game picks up, I'm going to keep playing it until I feel satisfied. That could be half a year, and that could be 5 years.
Yeah, exactly. People are playing MMOs like for, I don't know, for years, not for months. If the game is good and everything is good, why not?
Yeah, for example, World of Warcraft, I played it since the late 2004 up until this year, so that's quite a long time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What is the weakest side of Albion Online, in your opinion?
People don't know about Albion Online. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they need to get out there more and have promotions and stuff like that. Get people to know what is Albion.
Okay.
The weakest link in Albion is the size of the player base. It's a bit small for a game like this, I think, but still manageable. It could be easily doubled if you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
market it well.
yeah. They need a better marketing. That's true enough. We don't know. We will see, to be honest, because they're only releasing right now. Maybe they have a plan, and I hope they do.
Yeah, I hope they do
To
too. Like, I really do love Albion, and I hope it does succeed. But there are improvements needed to be made.
yeah, that is true. Right. Okay. Guys. Yeah. By the way, sorry, I'm not the best maybe podcaster here, so I'm always forgetting the standard things. So please, if you like what we're doing, if you like the podcast, press like. Press a follow under our channel on Twitch, like it on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube. You're very welcome to do this. This will help us to develop. This will help the channel to get better, to make it to the top searches when the guys are searching videos for Albion Online. They will see this podcast. Maybe it will involve more people into the game. So you are very welcome to do that. And thank you in advance. Right, we will see. Okay, there are jokes. Albion is Wolf Killer, World of Warcraft killer. That's
Yeah, most
that.
definitely.
Yeah,
That we can see.
yeah. That's the same. That's like another joke. World of Warcraft is the first MMO that never gets old, right? Um, right. I think we're done with the questions. At least I'm not following the chat myself, but my partner who is looking for the questions is silent for now. Of
I can
okay.
answer King Mojo's question. Maybe he can ask for a reach around from Shiro. Maybe that could help.
Okay, you saw some question in the chat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not looking there. I'm too focused on making it right. So yeah, I'm too inexperienced right now. All right. Okay. What? What sex do you prefer? Oh, no, that's a question from another interview. Sorry, that's my second job. Not going there. Right. So I think we're out of questions. I think we've lit some light on what's going on here. That we do have English-speaking guys in our Russian community guild, and it's nice to have them. To be honest, actually, yeah. Again, I would say this. Haamu was one of the first guys I met. I had some friends in Nilfgaard, but actually, Haamu was one of the first guys I had like I wouldn't say it was a conflict, but yeah.
A slight misunderstanding.
Yeah, misunderstanding, and actually one of the first guys whom I communicated to from the Nilfgaard, yeah, because while I wasn't in the tag still, so yeah, I'm really pleased I did this podcast, and thank you everyone for watching this. I hope you did enjoy the podcast. I hope you would like to see this, to see them coming in future. I will be streaming on my own channel at Twitch TV, Rob the Rope. This channel will develop. We have a plan for developing the Nilfgaard channel. You will see it really soon in future. And see you soon. We will see you in the game. We will see you on the release. We will play with you. We will fight you. We will love you. Come on, people. Let's move on to the start. Let's move on to this game. Let's just do it. See you around. Bye bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Держу.
Я простанил весь проход.
Отлично.
Еще вот
Правильно
это.
к вам. Дальше еще можем
Нет,
продать?
не надо.
Продать нет?
Не идем.
Не идем.